What's going on, guys? It's Dustin here at Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. Today I'm here with Biggs.
What was that?
Anyway, we're back with another episode of From the Gallery. That's where we take your gallery ads and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not so hot, 10 being super duper awesome. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't know what else to talk to you about.
How many 10s have you given?
Probably like 4 or 5.
I've given 1 so far.
Yeah, well, you've only been here for like -5 days, so. And keep it up with that attitude, it'll be your last day today.
Yeah. Sign me up.
Bye. Up first, 2016 Ford F-250 Super Duty 4G Auto Custom Concaves in a 26 by 16 minus 75 for whatever reason. That's a little weird. Probably supposed to be 76. Anyway, Fury Country Hunter MTs in a 38 15.5 in a 12-inch PMF suspension lift kit. Damn.
Yep.
What do you mean, yup?
It's everything that I want in a truck.
It's pretty dope. I
haven't heard a lot of PMF besides recently, so they must be the real deal.
So it's a 12-inch up front, 10-inch in the rear to level the truck out. He's got 18 rock lights, wheel rings. He's got a suede headliner with starlights. Hey, see, you got starlights.
I do.
Paint match headlights and taillights, drive shaft, paint match drive shaft, front and rear bumpers, gauge cluster, and interior trim pieces.
I want to do that to my truck, but I'm too lazy. It's a lot of work.
Ooh, this thing looks dope. Yeah, with the white on
I do like that a lot.
on the gauge cluster and then in the center console.
I
That's
like a
super
lot
cool.
of people that do this because it is a lot of work pulling all those trim pieces off, because I know a lot of people that get halfway through and then they're like, okay, screw this, and then some are white and some are silver or whatever. I mean, he's on 12 inches of lift and he's
26 16s.
halfway in the water. Pretty impressive. I would never do that because mine would never get out. Also,
Your truck would also never see the water or the mud.
No.
It's a pavement princess.
it also doesn't have 4-wheel drive, so
What? Why?
it does. It's
You drive a
just,
2-wheel drive truck?
uh,
Big shots, a 2-wheel drive truck.
I'm ready to rate this thing.
Give me this nice, beautiful rolling shot
Oh,
first.
I love that.
Ready? 3, 2, 1,
9.5.
What would make it a 10 for you? Why isn't it a 10 to you?
It's just not. I don't know. Every time, I don't know. It's a 9.5 for me, just because the last truck that I gave a 10 was last episode, and it was a very, very iconic truck. And I feel like anybody can make this. So to
Do
give
you
it,
have this?
no, but I could easily recreate it. I could get all the parts to make this same exact truck.
That's fair.
And the truck that I gave a 10, you don't see a lot of them. It was a huge single cab OBS that was just perfect. So
Fair enough. I'm a 7.5 on this one. I dig this truck. It looks super cool. I love the white on white. I'm a big white on white fan. CO2 is one of my favorite builds. This is also one of my least favorite body styles.
really,
I don't like this body style.
I love
Illuma
this body
Duties.
style.
I love Illuma Duties. Square C-channel headlights. Up next is a 1995 Dodge Ram 2500 regular cab short box, it looks like. American Force Peak CCs in a 26 by 14 and Fury Country Hunter MTs in a 38 by 15.5 with a custom 8-inch lift kit. So he's on Fox coils with iBox springs, measures out to be about 8 inches of lift. Shocks have 14 inches of suspension travel. So this thing is like big show truck meets Raptor almost.
Yeah, he's on 38s and no rubbing
Yeah.
on an 8-inch lift, which is pretty dope.
This thing's dope. I love the
love
the
single-
little bed stack in the
Single
back
cab
there too.
second gens are the move.
Little squat, it looks like, just a touch.
See, you could go one of two ways with this. You could go this route and be decently large, or you could not really slam it on its nuts, but kind of, low and wide. And I like this a lot.
The
this
CO
thing's-
logo almost looks like a banner on the shop door.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I looked at that. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I'm ready to rate this already, I think.
Super clean second gen. Let's see if he's got any notes in the bottom before we go any further.
What are your thoughts on the headlights?
With the clear?
Yeah,
I love it. I think it looks fantastic. All right, ready?
I don't know.
3, 2, 1,
8.
9. Yeah, for me, it's a super clean build. It looks super cool. I dig the, just a little bit of squat I think looks good on this truck. It's not too much. Paint looks immaculate, which is
Yeah.
super awesome. I don't dig these wheels. They're just not, I don't know. They just feel a little bit off for me on this build, and I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just not my style. Not to
Fair
say
enough.
that it's not a good wheel, but
Yeah, the paint looks super clean. Red's just not my thing. The second gen looks dope. I don't know. I think the headlights for me are kind of, not really oddly placed, but I just like, the windows are tinted pretty dark. I think that could like kind of flow through the whole
sure.
truck.
Especially with like the voids in the grill and stuff. I could see that.
But then
yeah.
again, I also do see them kind of, the wheels and then the headlights kind of being the only thing that are not really chrome, but kind of like tying that like
that
polished
lighter, yeah,
look
exactly.
together.
I agree.
But yeah, the wheels are meh.
Up next is a 2019 Ford F-150 on Archon Crown Series Triumphs in a 2414 Nitto Trail Graps in a 375/40 and a 9.5-inch Ready Lift suspension lift kit.
Chuck?
It does look like Chuck. I see it's also got front bumper action. Let's see if he's got some notes on it.
Dude, this is literally Chuck. Are you sure this isn't Chuck?
No, he's not on. He's not on.
We don't have a swap set?
No.
Oh god, dude,
This
truck
belongs
is
to
literally identical.
Goose XD.
Dude, Goose XD needs to get in contact with. He literally has a 7-inch Ready Lift.
So it's a 7-inch Ready Lift with Rancho Quick Lift loaded leveling kit, making the front sit about 9.5. BDS upper control arms, Bilstein 5100s in the rear. Okay, so it's a Barricade front bumper, full LED conversion, spiked lugs, resonator, muffler delete with a 7-inch exhaust tip. That's right up your alley. F-150s with tips that are entirely too large, you know.
Yeah.
And 5% tint with 50 on the windshield. 50 on the windshield I get behind. 5% all the rest of the way around. Y'all are wild.
Yeah, that's a little much for me. Even 20 is kind of hard to see at night. I can't even see my if my rock lights are on with 20%.
Well, that's because your rock lights are very dim.
No, they're not. They're
Yes,
Black
they are.
Label Lighting, customoffsets.com.
don't
Probably
believe
one of the brightest rock lights you can get.
All right, so
eight
anyway,
of them.
I really dig this Barricade front bumper. They make
I
some
do
super
too.
cool stuff for these F-150s. They sweep up really well and they just look good.
Not a lot of front bumpers that I like even on my body style. In my opinion, aftermarket bumpers, even for my generation and this generation, but I love Barricade's
Yeah, they
bumpers.
look super good.
I don't know. Most of them are just big and clunky and just not my thing, but this is super simple upgrade.
Yeah, right on. Ready to rate this thing?
Yeah, I am. Basically rating Chuck's truck with
Way
different
cooler
wheels.
wheels and better tires. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
6.
What? 8. I dig that front bumper a lot. I think I like that color on those trucks quite a bit. I
Yep.
think that the Triumphs are a good look for this truck, and they give it a good stance without being like super aggressive or really in your face. Things that I think could tie it together a little bit more. So Morimoto headlight taillight action would look super good on this thing.
yeah.
Other than that, I'm not a big fan of the steps on the side here. I'd rather see amps up in there.
Or none.
Well, listen, when you're short like me
That's true.
and old,
yeah,
not like you.
No, even I struggle to get in my
Dude,
truck.
I can't get in mine, and it's only a 4.5-inch lift.
It's like that the little midget that runs and he like jumps and he just plop. Oh shit. Some things that I think that would look cool would be the mirror caps color matched. These wheels on this truck, I don't know, just not really my thing.
Okay.
I think the satin ones would have looked a little bit better. Maybe color match the ring of the Triumph.
I think you'd lose them in satin black. Though.
You think so?
That, yeah, I think the wheel would just look like a big black blob, you know?
That's true. Yeah, but the Morimotos would definitely look
Set it
pretty
off.
freaking dope.
We
on
carry
this.
those, by the way, customoffsets.com.
Dude, Morimotos for this generation of F-150s.
They slap. They slap. Second to last here is the 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 on fuel sludge 24x14 minus 76s, Conforcer CF3000s in a 37, 13.5, and a 7.5-inch rough country lift with a 3-inch body lift on top of it.
Jerry?
I was just gonna say this looks just like
Dude,
Jerry's
this
truck.
looked-
Jerry
well,
Jerry
he
sold
just
his
sold
truck
it.
though. R.I.P.
I'm really happy for him though, because big things are coming.
Yeah,
for that,
Jerry's
man.
got some
That-
big stuff
that-
coming
yeah,
down the line.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
So this thing's super cool. Not a ton of pictures that go off of here, but I'm seeing the aftermarket front grille with the rivets on it.
I've seen a truck like this in person. This is literally Jerry's truck.
Well, he doesn't have the body lift though.
Well,
He was on the Vertex coils.
yeah, but he had a leveling kit, so basically.
Long tube headers, RBP grill, kryptonite front end parts. Good move there.
I wish they
Intake,
made them for my F-150.
throttle body, dyno tune, third brake light, taillights, Pro Comp traction bars, custom frame plates at the rear, and powder coated parts. This thing's cool.
Dude, this looks like Jerry's truck. This
It
is
does
scary.
look just like Jerry's truck, actually. It's very close. Are those Morimoto tails?
Yeah,
They
dude,
are.
Dude, this is Jerry's truck, dude. This man bought this truck, slapped a 3-inch body lift, threw some decals and powder coated some parts right after he bought it from Jerry.
It's super
This
close.
thing is literally identical.
It's super close.
The grill is the same.
All right. Well, let's rate it then.
Oh, Jerry's gonna be mad at me for rating his old truck like I did.
This is not Jerry's old truck, Big. Stop it.
All right, I'm
that's
ready.
Great. All right. 3, 2, 1. 7.5. Yep.
7, yep.
For me, I like it. I think it's a little bit too much black. I wish maybe there were some better pictures so I could see, you know, if, like what he's got powder coated, what color
Yeah.
it's powder coated. Because a little hint of red would pop this whole thing off. But other than that, it looks super cool. I really dig that grill on these trucks. And then
Yeah.
of course the headlights, taillights. Do you know whose truck this is?
This is
Do you know whose
Titty
truck this is?
Deep's truck.
This is the Titty Deep. The
Is this-
2015
is this
Chevy
the revised
Silverado
version?
1500 on American Force Morph in a 30x16. Fury Country Under MT 4216.5 and a greater than 12-inch Cognito lift kit. This thing slaps.
This is his new powder
Yeah,
coat.
he just rebuilt this thing. Because
And he
we've reviewed
already
this a couple times in the past already.
Yeah, he already posted it to Custom Offsets Gallery. That's what you guys should do.
Yeah,
Once you build your truck.
customoffsets.com/ad. It's that simple. Click the link down below.
Do it
Just
because he already did it. He just put his truck back together and it's already on our gallery.
Yeah.
So
If you want to be a skate king like Titty Deep, you just
dude,
gotta
this thing
put
is
your truck in
so
the gallery.
dope. I'm not a big Chevy 1500 guy. But
This thing slaps, dude. Listen, I love this truck. So just so we can get into the details here, it's a 12-inch Cognito lift with a 1.5-inch zone body lift and then an 1.5-inch leveling kit stacked on top. He's got a stump box with 6 DS18s, those are 10s, and then 8 DS18 horns. 4 8-inch DD Audio Redline 500 series subs under the back seat. So not only does he have the box in the back, he's got subs under the rear seat as well. True dual straight pipes with gutted cats, 7-inch exhaust tips, axle dumped, 2 of them, wheel rings, spiked lug nuts. I mean, dude, this thing just slaps. It like,
dude, I liked his old truck.
the pink on this thing, it
And I
looks
like-
really good.
Dude, this I almost did pink. I almost did pink.
Really?
I really did.
Damn.
It crossed my mind, but I didn't have enough balls to do it.
I think, listen,
And
you
this
have
is
to be a
dope.
certain kind of man with a certain kind of build to pull off.
And this is dope. And
He does it.
I just don't know if I could ever done that. I really wanted like this is like pink. I wanted like a
Pink.
like a pinkish red
Ah, okay. Kind of like Z-Max Rhino wheels.
in a
somewhere
way,
there.
but this is really freaking cool. And I can do pink still.
All
It's
right.
not too
No,
late.
don't do it. Don't.
DS18s though, I talk about DS18s all the time. I wish I got their tower speakers for my truck. They're
All right, let's rate this thing. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 9.5. Yep. This thing's hot. The only 2 things that it needs for me, headlights and tow mirrors, dog. The rest of this thing would be fantastic. The wheel and tire package looks great. It's huge. It's massive. The fact that this thing is on 42s and they don't look big tells me just how
shit, dude.
freaking big this truck is.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even realize they're on 42s. I totally disregarded that. Wow.
Bro, I literally read it.
That doesn't mean I was listening. IFS trucks on this much of lift, kind of not my thing always. Like, I just don't like the cross members. But
Why?
this
It looks good with the big
I
X in there with a little powder coat action.
And that's what I'm saying. I actually don't hate this. There's a lot of things that are not my style about this. Like 1500, not my thing. Greater than you know.
Don't you have an F-150?
Yeah, but I don't like Chevy 1500s. I don't know, the
That's
front
fair.
end's just not my thing. And anything over like your typical like normal suspension lift you can get, also not my thing. But like this truck
Slaps.
literally changes my mind on all the things. I think it looks good without tow mirrors.
No, needs tow mirrors.
Everyone's yelling at me and telling me to put tow mirrors on
Dude,
my truck.
once you
which
go tow mirrors, you will never go back.
Right,
Ask
and
anyone who has tow
I
mirrors. They will
literally
never go back to a standard.
I have the tow mirrors ready to put on. I just haven't yet.
So put them in. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I just don't care enough, I guess.
Oh my God. All right, and with that, that wraps up another episode of From the Gallery. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe share it with a couple, 2, 3 friends, you know, because that's a cool thing to do. I would send Biggs a From the Gallery video if, you know, I thought he would like that. So
Oh, I would definitely like it. I would also slap that subscribe button.
you're terrible at this. But remember, if you guys want a chance for your truck to be ready, you just got to add it to our gallery. You can find that at customoffsets.com/ad. With that, get out of here. Go home.
Can I?
No.
Oh. Don't tell me.
Okay, bye.